Let's say you get back to where you were, and now you get new momentum, and you're doing better. You go to 69, 70, 80, 89, 99 degrees, and all of a sudden the brain goes, what the hell are you doing up here? You're a 68 degree. You're not a 99 degree. And the first thing that happens is the heaters stop and you stop growing. And then if that's not enough, the air conditioners kick on and you start to sabotage yourself till you get back to where you believe you are. So
sometimes I have a tough time feeling proud of myself. Do you know what that, and I think I've had other people call in our show that have talked about that,
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I feel like, I almost feel like there's a disconnect. Like it doesn't even land on me. Or I feel like maybe if I feel like I'm proud of myself, like if I actually feel proud of myself, it'll go against some script that I've always had written or some thing that was always written inside of me. It's like it's almost like it wouldn't, if I wrote on the wall of myself, I'm proud of you, it wouldn't even fucking show up on the wall.
What emotion would you feel if you saw that?
Like what emotion would I feel if I saw what?
I'm proud of myself. Would you go bullshit? Would you be pissed off by it? Would you be annoyed? Would you just
No, I think I feel ashamed of myself for even thinking it.
That's interesting. And it produced an emotion in you just now, even when you just thought about it. I saw that flash in your eyes. It's just a little bit of water, a little bit of fluid.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck, we cry on here every week. Sorry, dude.
That's beautiful.
No, it's okay. But yeah, we don't have any shame about that.
No, you shouldn't. But I'm saying liquid leaving your body in a public place, as long as it's through your eyes, is not a problem.
That's what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah. Don't ask.
That's right. But my point is, there's a real anchor for you there. So let me explain it to you. Everybody has what I call an emotional home.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch like a place here, and let's say, where the cyclone happens every 2 or 3 years and it wipes out everything, or a tornado comes through.
Oh, yeah.
And you see these poor people, all their stuff's all over the ground and they're picking it up. And you could have a heart of stone not to feel. They rebuild. 2 years again, it happens again. 2 years later, it happens again. Some part of you eventually goes, why don't you move? It's like, why don't you move?
A lot of Vietnam's like that. It floods. New Orleans is like that. It floods.
New Orleans like that. So here's why don't they move? Because it's home. It's what they know. We have an emotional home. We have certain emotions that got built up in your youth. And I had 4 fathers. I had a mother that was pretty intense. And I had a lot of emotions that came out of that experience. If I didn't reprogram myself, I wouldn't be sitting here with you today, because my emotional home was not good feelings. It's what I was used to. So even though it didn't feel good, you go there because it's what you know.
Yeah.
It's comfortable. So
it almost felt like I was deserting myself if I felt good about myself, which is crazy. I'd almost feel like I was leaving. I don't know. Yeah, it's almost like I know those feelings.
No, finish that thought. I'm leaving what?
Well, it's almost like I feel like I know those feelings of not feeling good about myself so well that I don't want to leave them alone, because we always had each other. And it was like, if I leave them, have you ever had a friend? If I leave them, I won't, I don't know. Does that make sense though?
Yeah, it does. You won't what?
If I leave them, I'll just be letting them down. And they're not even real, but it's a part of me, some part of me inside of me I can't even access. They're like his brothers.
That's right. They're your home, brother. Yeah. And by the way, I really appreciate you being so vulnerable. Never lose that part. There's a part of me that would be a victim very easily. I was beat as a child. My mom was a beautiful woman. I'm not denigrating her.
God,
when she put alcohol together with prescription drugs, she was crazy. And I was 5'1" in high school, believe it or not. I'm 6'7" now. I tell people the difference. I tell people the difference is personal growth, right? but I had a tumor in my brain that made me grow. But I was this little guy, and she would slam my head against it. She'd put liquid soap down my throat because she said I was lying, and I wasn't lying. And when the person you love most is trying to hurt you, you can do a number on your head. But I look back now, and fortunately, I didn't let that stop me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't settle for that. I struggled for a long time. I look back on it, and I can honestly tell you, if she was the mother I'd hoped she'd been, like if I was well-fed, you really think I'd be trying to feed a billion? I've done 1 billion people, and I'm trying to feed 100 billion people. You think I would be spending my time doing that if I was a well-fed kid? I don't think so. No. If she had been the mother I want, I wouldn't have become the man I'm proud to be.
Yeah.
So those emotions are not you. They were a part of your past. They were a pattern. It's a pattern of what you do with your body and breathe. But it meets some of your needs to feel yourself, or feel sorry for yourself, or feel sad.
Right.
You follow me?
It's like a self-pity thing.
A little bit. But what you're really wanting is not self-pity. You're wanting self-love. You just haven't learned how to give it to yourself. My way of doing that is gratitude. Because when you're grateful, love flows naturally.
Is that a common pattern that sometimes, because I noticed like about 2 years ago, I noticed that one of my biggest addictions sometimes was self-pity. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I thought I was helping myself by like focusing on myself, but really I was feeling too pitiful.
Yeah.
I realized my alcohol was self-pity. Anytime I didn't.
Also alcohol is a depressant. Mm-hmm. So what's going to do is it feels good in the moment, but then it lowers your energy and your blood sugar, everything, right?
Same for self-pity?
Self-pity, same thing. Now your energy, think about it. Self-pity, if you're in self-pity right now, 0 to 10, 10 is total high energy, 0 is no energy. Where are you in self-pity? Where would you put it?
Oh, 2.
Yeah. Where are you when you're feeling excited?
Where's my energy?
0 to 10, yeah.
My energy when I'm feeling excited is like a 9.
Yeah. Which one do you want to be?
I'd rather be the 9.
Yeah, well, why the fuck won't you just do that?
I know. Yeah, I think you said a lot of it is pattern. I think that's the thing. And a lot of people, I think you don't notice when you're in self-pity, man. I had no clue. Like I was still living a life and it was going well and it was going, but there was just a lot of times I was drinking my own self-pity, And I don't feel like I do it a lot now, but there's times where I can fall back into that.
So if you do, it's like, oh, I'm going into self-pity. You don't beat yourself up. You just go, that old pattern. I don't do that shit anymore. Let's get out. And the best way to get out is go for your run, do something physical, or shift what you're doing, or focus on doing something for someone you love. Yeah. Any of those things will get you out of your mind. Because here's the biggest problem. All these words you're using are just forms of suffering. Pain's part of life. Suffering, you've heard, is an option. It really is an option. But what happens is, when you focus on yourself, there's always suffering. So there's 3 things that will trigger your suffer. If you think, 3 words, lost, less, never. If you think something you did caused you to lose or have less of or never have love or respect or free time or financial freedom or anything.
Yeah, I think that's my one. I think I feel that there was something I did that made it that way.
Yes. And by the way, some people do the opposite and some people do both. They look at what other people did, what the government did, what this person did, what some system did, something outside themselves that makes them believe they've lost something or will never have something. When you think lost, less, never about yourself, the mind, you're not your mind.
Right.
Like, it's like all the thoughts. You ever thought, I want to kill this mother F? Have you ever had that thought?
Yeah, I don't do it, but I do think it.
But you just, the key is you don't do it.
I don't do it.
Do you think that's your thought? Are you the first person to have that thought?
No.
How long do you think that thought's been around?
Probably since the Bible, I bet.
Probably before.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe before. Yeah.
So if I told you 100 years ago.
Or Cain killed Abel in the Bible. That's why I said there.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, and also there was definitely people killing each other before that.
But check this out. Think about this for a second. That thought is not your thought. You're being used by that thought. If I said 100 years ago, there's going to be a little box in your pocket and you can pull it out and you'll be able to touch it and see people on the other side of the earth because there's invisible waves going around the earth and it's going to come in your box. You go, read between the lines, asshole, right? Yeah. It's not going to happen. But think about that. Or we're going to fly to the moon and back. They used to call the people who said that lunatics. That's where the term comes from. People thought we could go to the moon. Well, we've been to the moon and you now have a phone that does those things. Well, thoughts also have been around forever. And think of your body as like cable. Wow. You turn one channel and it brings down a signal of comedy. Another channel, it's a horror picture. Another channel, it's effing drama. Another channel, it's adventure. And so when you drop your body on this, you get a different channel of what you see, feel, and tap into than if you're like this or whatever your state is or giggling or laughing and shit, then you get a different channel. So the pattern of how we use our body determines what part of the thoughts we tap into. Wow. But the biggest thing is if you're going to be pissed off or sad, at least get a unique thought, one you created. Don't just copy everybody else, every other asshole that ever lived. Explain. We all have a way of defining ourselves to ourselves. So, for example, if you see Lance Armstrong, right? He was the greatest biker of all time. He gets told that he has cancer, not just cancer, cancer in his lungs, cancer in his brain, and oh yeah, in your testicles. Oh, by the way, I ride a bike for a living. They told him he's going to die. But his core belief is I always find the way. So he's survived cancer. Most people don't. He also found a way to win no matter what. He broke the rules to do it, and that cost his brand and so forth. But the same thing that made him healthy actually got him into trouble in the biking side. But before he used drugs, he was still unbelievable, one of the best in the world. And guess what? He got there because of a belief. So you have to have a new identity. His identity is I find the way, made him healthy. So think of it this way. If I set the thermostat in this room at, I think you'll relate to this, let's say 68 degrees.
Okay.
All right? And that's a metaphor for your comfort zone. Your identity. This is, that's 68 degrees is not much money I want, but what I'm used to. 68 degrees is what I'm used to in a relationship. It's not what I want, but it's okay. It's pretty good. It's what I know, So think of that as comfort zone. Now, if the temperature drops to 65, 64, 62, 59, all of a sudden the brain, the computer goes, hey, you're a 68 degree. What are you doing at 59? And I'm sure you've experienced like, this is bullshit. Yeah. And they're like, boom, suddenly the heaters kick on and you got drive and you go deal with it. You go lose the weight or you get off the drugs, you do whatever it is. But here's the part that most people don't understand. Let's say you get back to where you were and now you get new momentum and you're doing better. You go to 69, 70, 80, 89, 90, 99 degrees. And all of a sudden the brain goes, what the hell are you doing up here? You're a 68 degree. You're not a 99 degree. And the first thing that happens is the heaters stop and you stop growing. And then if that's not enough, the air conditioners kick on and you start to sabotage yourself till you get back to where you believe you are. So cigarettes, if you used to smoke, right? So if I came to you today and I offer you a cigarette, what would you say?
Yes, sir.
You'd say
nobody or nobody. No, sir. No,
sir. No, sir. Nobody. Okay. So why?
Because I don't want it.
Yeah. Why?
Because doesn't make me happy anymore.
Yeah. Most people, you wouldn't say, what brand is it? Yeah. You go, no. And the reason why is you're no longer a smoker. It's not your identity. If you thought you're a smoker, you might go, well, what brand is it? Well, maybe I'll have one, do whatever it is, right? It's like when people tell me, I'm on day 4 of not drinking or not smoking. I go, why are you counting? So you can tell people how many days you last this time before you go back again? It's like when you change your identity, I'm not one of those, you're not going to do it anymore. So you are in the midst of transforming your identity. You're in the middle of it right now, and you're doing a beautiful job. I'm not, again, blowing smoke. I'm not a bullshitter.
No, thanks, man. I
appreciate it. But I hope you take it in, because you need to own that on your own instincts have led you to a place of real progress. You're not there yet, not where you want to be. And by the way, when you get wherever there is, it won't be enough.